Hello everybody, this is Noah. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Corsair K70 RGB Mark II Special Edition Rapid Fire keyboard. Alright, so a little bit about this keyboard. I currently have the Corsair Strafe on my desk here, and it has MX blue switches, as you can hear there. So I'm going to do a little sound comparison towards the middle of the video, so you guys can get a feel for how both of these switches sound, the rapid fire switches versus like the blue switches, and I'll kind of be running down the features of the special edition, kind of why I'm upgrading, so much and so forth. So let's get right into it. And really quickly before I forget, here is the back. There it is. Manuals and such. Warranty information, you know, the usual. Alright, finally we got the... Ooh, this is a wrist rest. Already I can tell this feels nicer than my other one. This other one came with the Strafe, and you can see it's pretty hollow, super flimsy. This one looks like the same type of design as this one, although this one, I'm gonna have to say, it feels like whatever material they used, even though it's still probably some kind of plastic, it feels a little bit more cushioned. I don't know if that's the right word, but it feels nicer, and then it is much more solid than the other keyboard wrist rest. So I know it's not as nice as the K95. That one has a cool reversible one that has two different feels, but this one certainly is a lot better quality than the one that came with my Strafe. And just to be clear, this is the Strafe original. It's not the Mark II or whatever is the newest one that released. So here is the keyboard itself. On here we have a couple of different features I'm going to run over with the K70. So we got a volume scroll toggle up here, and that is really quality feeling. It has a nice turning, no it's 360 degrees, no stopping anywhere. Got nice dedicated media keys. So I think those are all just probably membrane switches. I don't think those are mechanical. If they are, then I'd be surprised. And then we have the nice PBT keycaps. So these are the double shots. They are twice as thick as, if I can not drop it. They're twice as thick as standard ABS keycaps that are on my Strafe and a lot of other Corsair keyboards. And so with the process they use to form these, there is like 2 layers of plastic, one that's clear here, and then one that goes over it that's white. So pretty neat, and it overall makes the keys feel a little bit more higher quality than the ABS keys. And then we got the USB pass-through right here. Strange they relocated it from here. That's where it was on the Strafe, and now it's over here. Don't know why, but for whatever reason they have done that. And then if I flip it over here without hitting anything, we have this X pattern, which can be used to route your headphone cable. This is not present on the Strafe, and I think it's pretty useful, especially since the way my new audio setup is going to work. I'm going to have my headphone cable coming out from this side of my desk, which means I'm going to have it probably route through under my keyboard and then out to the bottom where my headphones will be put on. And then you have the feet here on the side to keep the keyboard at an incline, if you prefer that. I personally can't use a keyboard without it being inclined. So just like that, we can have it raised. And now I'm going to do a quick audio test, so I'm going to relocate the mic so you guys can hear perfectly how this keyboard sounds. special prize to whoever can say in the comments what I just typed out there. And sorry about if I had any typos. If you were actually trying to pay attention to what I was typing, I kind of had my hand around my tripod, which is a little bit difficult position, so not my optimal typing position. But I hope you got a good feel for how the audio sounds like. And real quick, I'm going to hit the spacebar, enter key, and caps lock key, so you can hear what those sound like. So overall, I'd have to say they sound a lot better quality than my Strafe. I don't know. Choosing a switch is really personal. I don't know if there's one true switch that everybody will just like. You kind of got to have a feel for it and feel your way around other switches to see which switch fits best for you. Personally, I think that these speed switches, which are similar to Cherry MX Reds and Blacks, except for the fact that they activate a little bit faster than red or black switches, I think that I might like this better than the MX Blues from Cherry, at least. So it's really a matter of personal preference. I'd recommend visiting a Best Buy to check out, what each switch sounds like, feels like, so you can get a kind of a feel for what you're going to be dealing with. Because remember, you're going to be stuck with this keyboard hopefully for a while, so you want to make sure you choose something that feels and sounds good to you. And I think that for spaces that require you to have a little bit quieter of a keyboard, this is going to be a lot better a choice, just because you won't be disrupting other people with loud MX Blues. So then yeah, I'd say that this is a overall good choice of a keyboard for anybody who's looking for gaming quality, speed, where speed matters, or trying not to disrupt anybody else in their environment with noises that are kind of annoying, that other people would find annoying. I know some people complain about my MX Blue keyboard for being too loud, so there's that. Now I'm going to do a quick demonstration of the RGB and wrap up the video. So in comparison, this is the K70. This is the Corsair Strafe. So they both have the same exact lighting profile going between them right now. The only difference is the K70 is like pretty much all silver and all white, so it is reflecting those colors so much more. The brightness intensity is the same on both of them, but this one, all this black keyboard has to work with is that white backdrop behind the keys, whereas this one has nearly white everywhere, and so it does a way better job at reflecting the colors. I'm not doing any edit or anything. This is just naturally looks like almost 2 to 3 times brighter than the Strafe. So you're definitely going to be getting an opportunity to show off that RGB with this keyboard if that's something you're into. I normally just have an ambient profile like this that fades between a bunch of colors, as that's just what I prefer. And then when I'm not using it, I'll usually have like a white backdrop. And then you can see that the caps lock lights light up these dots up here at the top. And I think I like that more than the Strafe. The Strafe has like bars that are lights, and I don't like the fact that those bars will they're just pretty big, and when I light up the caps lock, scroll lock, num lock, when I light those up, it kind of gets distracting because of how big the lights are on those on that keyboard. So all in all, I'm gonna have to say that I'm really impressed with this keyboard. It is just a marvel to look at and a pleasure to use. I was surprised by the fact that the spacebar is so natural feeling. I think that my other spacebar over here, it just makes an unpleasant, it's almost like a clicking sound that doesn't sound like an MX Blue switch, and this one's a lot more, I feel like, stable and quiet. So I'm gonna have to give my props out to this one. I don't know if I'll keep my blue switch keyboard around or if I'll sell it to a friend or something, just because I have used it for a long time and I do like typing on my blue switches. I will have to see how typing fares in the future for this keyboard, because I'll definitely be writing essays and things like that with this keyboard, and I will have to kind of test out how that works. Here is some of the hotkeys that you can see up here. They have a profile switcher, and then I think you can load 3 different profiles on this so that this keyboard can be plugged into any computer, and then you can load, without the software on that computer, you can use your RGB profiles that you'd set up previously. And then you have the lighting with 3 stages of brightness, numlock key to prevent you from hitting the Windows key during games. You can also use Corsair Utility Engine to create macros on any of these keys in your keyboard, and you can like set the Windows lock key so it can lock things like Alt Tab and Shift Tab if you're using Steam. I did make a YouTube video on the Corsair Utility Engine, so if you guys want to check that out, it is on my channel page. Overall, I'm going to have to say that I am really pleased with this keyboard. The lighting looks awesome. It feels great to type on. I love that aluminum and that the key switches are raised off of the keyboard. Because like with the Strafe, things will get stuck underneath the key switches and they're a lot harder to get out because those keys are kind of depressed into the surface of the board, whereas all of these key switches are raised off of the board. Should make cleaning a lot easier. And then, yeah, the media hotkeys up here that are dedicated are invaluable in my opinion. I love that they included those, and I think that's a huge upgrade over the Strafe. And the USB pass-through is always a nice touch. So I would have to say that this keyboard gets 2 thumbs up. The lighting's a lot more difficult to see in the with the spotlight straight on it, so I apologize if you're enjoying the light show. But I think I'm going to have to wrap up this video. It's getting kind of long, so thank you all for watching this far. If you have, please leave a like on my video if you found it interesting, useful, or learned something new. And then subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one, and comment in the comment section if you have any questions about this video or anything about the keyboard. I want to know what you think about it. Do you think that you know, blue switches are better than silence? You know, let's just start a conversation in the comment section. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next video.